Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Thursday, number 5 days for this new year, for this new month, January 2023. My name na Capo Daniel. I am the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, the Anti-Kidnapping Czar, and the spokesperson of the Ambazonian Governing Council, aka Sense Pass King, una own countryman. Welcome to our daily podcast, a program where we speak the truth, where they bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we do waka for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Fellow Ambazonians, today we want to congratulate the Ambazonian Defense Forces, Bamenda Brigade, for the wonderful job we did and do. We don't tell una say na just about time, not just a matter of time for our soldiers and for adjust themselves for the militarization for Bamenda, and as La Republic they flop in their forces, it will give we opportunities for begin nap them one by one until they go come out for our country. We don't show competence inside a very tough environment for yesterday for arrest one La Republic to Cameroon, their colonial occupation terrorist gendarme. The gendarme them, they become inside plain clothes using a Carina 2 vehicle for can carry out a reconnaissance mission for inside quarter them for Ambazonia. We want to thank our citizens for Bamenda for being very vigilant and for quickly notify our brave heroes and freedom fighters of the presence of these suspicious individuals them. Once population be steady gather, once they start noticing our forces they come, the Cameroon occupation terrorist forces them cowardly abandon one of their colleagues in their rush for run away out of the quarter. They run come out with their motor, leave one of their soldier for back. He will be arrested by our forces. Interrogation, it then be put out for every Ambazonian to see the terrorist Cameroon military where they prove themselves, or show themselves for big giants, but indeed they are vulnerable, and we will exploit that to the maximum.
For quarter, na Bamenda Brigade, na ADF, yes, na the gendarme this, Tawo Kasham. So the axe is going to tell you say he come dinner for camp. So move on, he come dinner for camp. So now it is, na gendarme.
This should send a message to all Cameroon colonial occupation forces who are in Ambazonia to know that it is a matter of time they will be shipped back to their country in body bags. For 150,000 colonial money, they should not be risking their life. They will all go to the ground one by one. It is just a matter of time. They will keep on falling one by one. Ambazonian resistance will only intensify, will only become more creative, will only become more bolder and more lethal against La Republic to Cameroon, their terrorist forces. Our population should know, and all collaborators and enablers should take note that it is just a matter of time. Small, we will catch monkey. While for Steve for the Atlantic State, the village council chairman, the head for the Quifor, for Kijum, Kitingu, that means for Sumo Babanki, La Republic to Cameroon for their fortified office for inside Tuba, the Rankan Kaji with plenty Quifon member them, traditional rulers them, and quarter heads them for inside Sumo Babanki. They don't take them, go lock them for La Republic their jail. They torture them, they interrogate them, because for inside Babanki, La Republic they accuse them, say they don't allow Ambazonian fighter them for celebrate die. They are even enthrone Ambazonian fighter, make it become big chop chair for very big compound for inside Babanki, small Babanki. Because as we know, all our people that they support our struggle, La Republic they accuse any person where they speak or stand on our people their side as person where they fight for Ambazonia. That means say any reasonable man, any man where they condemn Cameroon their terrorism activity, any man where stand with the people them, La Republic they consider them say the person na Ambazonian fighter will be designated for kill. They done kill several notable them where they done be outspoken against Cameroon, their crime, for instance Babanki, and the manipulation of CPDM or core team member them from Yaoundé. Such people then for our community they be targeted for systematic assassination and murder. So for instance what it happened for Tuba, the person where the accusee has nothing to do with Ambazonia arms resistance. Now just a person where it recognize which way the people then want them and which way the people then stand for. Any man where gay eye for Ambazonia where they stand on our common people them, they be targeted. We call on all people them for Babanki and across Ambazonia for know this thing and for take them very strongly and for stand together for fight against La République du Cameroon terrorism. Yesterday, the Ambazonia Governing Council also it be drawn to the attention for which way happen for whom. Say for New Year's Eve, La République du Cameroon, their terrorist forces them, their convoy, they pass, 2 boys they walk away and carry firewood for their head, then just shoot them 2 for their foot. One of the boys then shoot it 2 foot them, another one they shoot it for 1 foot, then 4 for they collapse. The population then can see them where they don't almost die for lost blood. They don't carry them, go put them for inside hospital, for inside womb. Now the type of terrorism, then that way where people they don't suffer. Would they always pick their body them for bush. Cameroon then become a curse. You no need for arrest for attack them. All you need now for just be an Ambazonian and you then become a target for them. For practice their shooting because our life it don't mean nothing to them. We need to fight for restore our dignity, our life, our sense of security in a free Ambazonia. The pictures of these 2 of our youth will be shared. Our people needs to know that what happened to any Ambazonian happens to all of us. If it can happen to them, it can happen to you. We will continue to bring to our people the Cameroon terrorism, the victims of Cameroon terrorism, so that we don't lose sight or we don't become accustomed to this brutality and inhumane treatment and genocidal treatment that we as a people are going through. It is us that have been shot, it is our blood, and that it is being done because of the same identity and inheritance that all of us Ambazonians we stand to uphold. I do want to take this opportunity for call on the big chief them Saraki them waiting there for Insa Gayama for the great state of Menchum. How when Mbororo people them Dawara it don't begin bring terrorism, they bring even Boko Haram, Nigerian Hausa people them with their cow them from Nigeria. They can cross for river, enter for Insa Guyana, they kill our people them, Chapia people their farm them make cow them chop them for expand their grazing land. Or the Saraki them, our Ambazonian chief them when a Muslim them for that area, when a Mbororo want them, or the Saki them for that area with the traditional ruler them for that area. They don't deserve for she don't quiet because they don't fear their head. This one will not be acceptable. We don't know say La République the key chief them that because the chief they stay quiet. Me chief no say you there for dinner for the people and not for the for police, a terrorist foreign army. And for stay quiet while people they be killed, their livelihood to be destroyed. Left for me, I will put an advice not as a spokesperson of the governing council, but an individual activist. We don't be very close due to my job of the governing council with the people for Guyana, the people for whom. That area and a big area for farmway. Even the Islamic bank, it don't give big loan for promote the project for the way we supposed to open big farm for rice. We for help the whole Ambazonia. La République, they know the mine. They even try to undermine them. They allow Fulani people them to come cow them right for Nigeria for come for the. They destroy our livelihood and our people then be defenseless. If they want to talk, they could kill them. La République will give even gun meat and kill them. Left to me, this is my advice to the people of Zua and Essu. This cow they don't bring the only curse for inside Essu land. Since Ndawara become would cow them for land. Even our own good Mbororo them, wait to be the use for them again for we. Our own good Sarki them, our own good Imam, pastor them, wait to be the good for them for we. I want to ask all people picking them for inside Essu. Me then think fine. What chief it don't die away na so this palaver that don't make and then kill them. Will not be get power for fight them the way we for fight them. Would I call on una personally say for people for Essu forever get peace. Come sute right for Zua. go right to for Bafmen. Make una think whether before cow one come will not be the chop protein from rabbit, protein from bushmeat, protein from fowl. For the time where technology they will fit do farming for fowl, there is no need for us to have this curse that is coming upon our people because of cow. When I go buy gamalin for Nigeria, when I wipe all cow for inside Essu, when I finish all cow, whether na for good Mbororo or na for bad Mbororo, if this cow that is still work for that land for Essu, people them for Essu, they no go leave. They no go get no place for leave. When I take, I'm saying a personal advice for me, Capo Daniel, and I take responsibility for this my advice for una. If una need to una need help, una contact me, I go help una. Even our own good Mbororo people, they media admit, say them too, they dance, she don't quiet for see all these things that they happen. Them be powerless. We no go allow our people, they media die all. Me their livelihood, them be destroy all. Because of cow, the way they come out mostly from Nigeria. Our Salki, they don't fail we. All things, they don't fail we. The people, they must take things into their own hand. Otherwise, they go finish una all. Una no fit do she don't so that they kill una every day. They butcher una every day. They cut people that farm them. Now, we don't see what it happen for Guyama. It just be too sad. Mbororo people they can't enter now. Clear farm, cow then chop them, waka go them. All things the way we don't put them in place in those days for bring peace between we and our Mbororo people. This new one the way they import them, they don't do can check out all thing. Thing they not they normal for Guyama. Our heart and the heart of the governing council, if they would do now. The War Council they consider this issue make una no feel say they don't forget una. For two other important issue them, one for the Atlantic state, one for the Savannah state, but we will start for the Savannah state as we did already for their case. There are two still pain in our ass as we look our Savannah state. Our traders and our village people they come out for inside Boyo in particular, they come for Bamenda, they get excessive tax or passenger they take money for passenger them. The Ambazonian Governing Council and the War Council don't condemn this activity and will not advise non-ADF soldier them because the ADF soldier then they under strong command no for begin stop motor for take money for passenger them or for use them like a source of raising revenue. It be counterproductive. We advise soldier them for inside Boyo all. Say me they avoid for begin take money for passenger them or they harass people them. We also advise our forces them, our heroes them, and our freedom fighter them for Bali. We know about the difficulties and way they for chain in command. But it be unacceptable. Make una think I'm fine. If for the Pan-African highway, motor they come off for Bamenda, it won't go for a cock. They go stop them 6 times. They need to don't take money for driver them from the place where they come out, but they take money for every passenger 500 for one stop. For that 6 place, them now how much money that way they add for passenger a bill. When I think and if they do and so strategically they avoid now people they there for Bali. Imagine say if the ADF decide to do the same thing from Bamenda. Our barracks then do the same thing for my 90, then do them again for inside Batibu until you want go reach for inside Biafra. Now how many money way people would spend them? It not be sustainable, it not be the right way. When I don't see the liberation tax would put away is supposed to handle all this thing. And it make sure say they get an equitable benefit for all places of origin where these things that they come out for day. And even places where they pass, they all identified barracks that they benefit from this system. It be equitable, it be moderate, it not be excessive. The forces for Bali, one for thank Grandpa for the wonderful collaboration, but the need for do more, for bring all of the forces them for understanding of how things that work on a nationalist level. We cannot function on a tribal level, ignoring the greater picture and the greater goal for which we have picked up arms to fight for Ambazonia. This issue must be addressed, and it must be addressed soon. The first thing we will be talking for Atlantic State, now the issue for Sansan, where it happen, where it become a big concern for our community for day. We know say they use them for Moyoka, Yoke, and Malende, all that area them for day. Majority of our youths them between the age of 25 to about 35. The one the way they just prepare for get their new family. Most of them way they struggle for manage life. They manage life now for Sansan, now for move Sansan for manage their life. They in a very important job for our youths them. In a country where we wouldn't be stripped of all jobs, that is the only thing where it help majority of family them for day. So wouldn't they fight the issue where this man where they call is in a by title, buy all, Mr. Buy all way they for inside a boya. Now the money people then that way they rub skin with the enemy. They are on them be focused not only for their greed for make profit. They need to care wood and crush them. The one that the version of Ambazonia their own big mega them who they face them for inside our town. They want move for inside this our area for bring big company them for start for exploit the sun. They don't approach we with money for bribe. We don't reject them because would it be more concerned at the public interest for the youths the way they do this job for Dick and Son. We not allow them and bring machine for Dick Son because that son you know go to go for our local community. It go to take away jobs where it be very critical for our people them at this time for war. We know they against progress, we they for mechanization, but it could be done in a way where it could protect our local interests and our local settings them. All this industrialization at this stage, they help now even like Republic. As it could help them, it could bypass our people the way they don't sustain their life for this issue. So we want bring up for public for let our people they know so we don't reject me any machine no come for they for can move sun. Make Sansan it remain for the hand of our Sansan boy them. When after they manage their livelihood. I mean thousands of family their livelihood them be at risk. And we call our people they meet and cooperate with this decision. And our youths them, our Sansan boy they meet and organize themselves and defend their livelihood from this exploitation. We also want to tell our people themselves La Republic as it crumble, it be bankrupt, that they look for all place for thief money. Come tell in Neo and this is the La Republic, they are parastated, then they call customer them for their office, that they give them unnecessarily unjustifiable bills them for pay. If they call any man or invite any person for their office, make una no go. Would ban them in the no work of a road until them pay their complete liberation tax. Make una no go, me them start became exploit una. Cameroon na a dying horse. Their military personnel they don't begin leak information for our side. Say La Republic, their official they ask them, me them pay money, me them use armor car for transport them out of our region for place where they don't post them for day. Now for sure, now say they cannot hold Ambazonia. We will take another excerpt today and do a special edition for talk about La Republic, their plans for elections them and the big meeting where they don't hold them for Yaoundé with some enablers them for help for try to gain legitimacy through illegal means for Ambazonia. We will oppose them, we will fight them tooth and nails. We call on all Ambazonians, sons and daughters, for stay away on every Monday for Ghost Town and for keep Monday Ghost Town secret. We call on all quarter heads for not engage the youth or any communal job on Monday Ghost Town. Now the day where people they need for stay home, no be day for play football, no be day for organize clean up, na day for stay home. We no go accept any corny for undermine the aspiration of 8 million people and their freedom. May God take una strong, make all we continue for hold our hand and for hold grass unto our freedom it be attained. God bless una all. Capo Daniel signing off.